A very good morning. It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Victor Hugo Gomes, a restorer by profession, and he was always fascinated by rituals and traditions. He wants to promote tourism which is not related to mass tourism. It's more about cultural tourism. He has given me around a 13-page biodata, and I think that I would not do justice to him, but I would give the stage to him to speak about his experience and all that he has to share with our students here. Sir, I warmly welcome you on the stage, and once again I will introduce you to our students when you're on the plenary session. So I think that he needs a lot of time to speak to you all. So sir, please come onto the stage and please deliver your plenary.
Good morning, respected Principal, Dr. Radhika, the Trustee of Dempo Trust, Mr. Dempo, Cheryl and her team, Geraldine, who I know very well, and all you participants. Thank you so much for inviting me. I really feel honored to be here at a time when Goa is going through drastic changes. In the 48 years of my life, I've actually seen Goa jump from fishing net to internet. I've really not seen it grow. It is because of what Dr. Radhika spoke earlier. We have failed to understand our own land. We have failed to understand our own people. We have failed to understand our own culture and heritage. Right through, we have copied alien models of development. We've taken that as a benchmark for development, isn't it? Now, amongst the students, I want you all to name 5 heritage places that you are proud of in Goa. Just 5. Name 5 places. I'll make it very interactive. Just tell me 5 places. Oh, what is our heritage? What is Goa's heritage? Yeah. River Caves, okay? Pansari Mall, rock carvings, yes? What else? Tamil Sulla. Old Goa. Okay. So all that you all have spoken about is built heritage. You think built heritage is the only heritage? Okay, let's come to the meaning of heritage. I will begin with what we understand by the term cultural heritage. Both the tangible and intangible aspects of it. How the world looks at these aspects and how a tourist visiting Goa perceives this. What efforts are presently in place to promote tourism in Goa? How we should portray Goa? What is so unique and special about Goa that there should be a thriving tourism industry that is flourishing, isn't it? We want a thriving tourism industry. All of us want that slice of the cake, no tourism. Do you think we are going to get it the way we are going? What is so unique and special about Goa that there should be a thriving tourism industry? I asked you that question. Are we doing justice on how we portray a land? What is missing? And more importantly, how long before the tourism bubble will burst? For those who do not know, tourism is nose-diving in Goa. I've been involved in tourism for a very long time. One of my first careers was there was no hotel that opened in Goa without me handling their entertainment. I used to handle A to Z entertainment for each and every hotel in Goa. I gave up the day I was told to give up my values and principles. I used to promote 100% live music because Goa was known for 100% live music, not for DJ music. Goan musicians have contributed to the music industry right from silent movie days. It was a Goan who introduced Western rhythms in Indian music, Mr. Anthony Gonsalves. I used to take original troops, like if it was a Kunbi dance, I would take a Kunbi troupe to perform. Till I was told by the hotel managements that they wanted good-looking girls to dance. They didn't want our Kunbi dances. They didn't want our Zagors. They didn't want our Fuglis. And finally, what we see today is not just Goans or not just Indians performing in hotels, but Russian dancers. Let me start by taking a definition of cultural heritage. It is a loaded term because it includes all that we represent as a people. Broadly classified as tangible, that which you can touch and experience, and intangible, that which you cannot touch and yet experience. Cultural heritage includes landscapes, historic places, sites and built environments, as well as biodiversity, collections, history, and continuing cultural practices, knowledge and living experiences. Cultural heritage also includes our entire history, how it influenced our sense of local identity, and that today we integrate as our modern life. This aspect, that is the collective memory of each locality, the indigenous wisdom, is an important foundation for development and which is irreplaceable. Most often, cultural heritage of Goa is misunderstood. We have many cliches attached to our heritage. As we know, that we are known being westernized aspect of India, right? Or as Portuguese. But very few people understand the relevance of what it means to be a Goan and why we are not just an Indo-Portuguese society or culture, and even what it means to be an Indo-Portuguese society. I will begin thus with a brief history of our land. How many of you all know about the Gaonkari system? Goa is one of the few places, or the only place in the world as of date, which has an amazing self-governance system called the Gaonkari system, or during the Portuguese it was called the Comunidade system. 76% of the total landmass of Goa is private land. It was beautifully managed. There was land that was demarcated for housing. There was land that was demarcated for rice. The lowest land was for rice. Slightly higher ground was for your fruit-bearing trees, bananas, okay, and a few spices that we had. The slightly higher ground was for fruit-bearing trees like mangoes, whatever, the bigger trees. And the topmost land was for timber. They used to grow trees that they could cut and use as wood. They also had land which was demarcated for cattle grazing. So that means they took even animals into account when they developed the land. Gaonkari system had the most amazing waterways, okay, the best waterways in the world. I think Goa and Sri Lanka is known for the best waterways. What have happened to our waterways? Can anyone tell me what is Kazan land? Yeah, there are 13 types of agricultural land. All is Borod, Morod, Kuski, Kher, Kantor, all these agricultural lands. Okay, but Kazan land is something of our pride. That's our heritage. It was reclaimed land. All the land that you see bordering the rivers is reclaimed land. Once upon a time, it was water. If you look at our rivers, the embankments are built with stone. So that means someone has built it. How many of us know that it was the Sumerians who introduced the construction technology in Goa? The most amazing sluice gates which control the tidal waters were designed in Goa about 2000 years ago, which gave us this beautiful place called Goa. Can anyone guess what is the total length of our bands? The bands which divide the Kazan lands from the river? Just guess. Okay, how many of you all know about the pyramids? Put your hands up. Pyramids. Put it up. Yeah, pyramids. Half of you all there. Do you all know how many people it took and how many years to build the pyramids? The pyramids are in Egypt, no? We don't know about the Kazan lands in Goa. Yeah, it took about 9,000 people 20 years to build the pyramids. Whereas the total length of our man-made wonder, our heritage, the Kazan lands and the Bands is 2,000 kilometers. Where are the pyramids compared to Goa and how it's developed? There's no place like Goa because we have so many unique aspects that are not found anywhere else in the world. Look at our houses. Have you observed our traditional Goan houses? The concept of a rosangon or the courtyard and a wraparound balcony on the outer side or a balcony. The uniqueness of our craftsmen